So say for instance, amongst the Nigerian housemates, we have people who are bi or people who are not straight. Do you think they're going to be bold enough to want to go for what they want? The South African housemates, they love gossips. Guys, they live for it. I know I'm not the only one who's really excited about Big Brother Titans. I mean, guys, in a matter of days, the show will begin and the madness, you know the kind of madness I'm talking about, the madness will begin all over again, yes. And so I thought, hey, why not go ahead and share some of those cultural realities that I am personally looking forward to experiencing on the show, yes, guys. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing on this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. So I'm sure that definitely you guys, you have yours, yes. So as usual, I'll urge you all to go ahead and share with me in the comment section below as I go ahead and spill mine to you. You know, coincidentally, on Saturday, we had our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream, and Ugbe Omiwade shared some which kind of aligns with mine as well. So what you're going to be hearing me spill, some of them are also kind of probably some of what you've heard Dupe share on Saturday with us. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get into this video, we're gonna spill. And before we continue, guys, first let me officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. Hi, you especially welcome back. My name is Gloria Elijah and this is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the T. Happy New Year. If this is the first video you are seeing from me for the year 2023, I am wishing you a great new year, a favorable new year. And if you are new on here, I am wishing the same thing for you, but I'm also pleading that please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please just go ahead, hit the red subscribe button, turn on post notification, especially if you are looking for where you can get the most detailed, factual and accurate analysis of reality TV shows, movies, and trendy social topics. If you're looking for that kind of content, this is where you're gonna find it, all right? And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for choosing to come back. And one last reminder, guys, do not forget, come February, Nigeria decides again. All right, Nigeria decides. So if you're a Nigerian watching this video and you are yet to collect your PVC, that's your permanent voters card, this is me urging you to please step out of your comfort zone, go out there, locate your polling unit, or go to INEC office, or just search on Google for directions on how and where to get yours. All right, please go out there, get your PVC, prepare yourself to vote. All of that said, let's get into this video. So for the sake of this conversation, I will be using Big Brother Mzansi and Big Brother Naija as a basis for comparison, right, to fully explain what I mean by the cultural realities that I will be looking forward to from Big Brother Titans, all right? And by the way, there was a lot of controversy during Big Brother Mzansi because a lot of South Africans felt like the organizers were very selective, were very picky with their selection. They felt like the organizers did not fully showcase the diversity of the races that existed in South Africa. They felt like the organizers were, you know, kind of only stuck to the black South Africans and not the numerous, you know, races that actually existed in South Africa. Guys, to be very honest, I don't really know about that conversation because I am not South African. I'm not based in South Africa. But if you are South African or if you are knowledgeable about that conversation, I would love to know more about it in the comment section below. So please do not hesitate to express yourself about that in the comment section, all right? But yeah, BB Mzansi featured South Africans, whilst Big Brother Naija so far has been featuring Nigerians, you know, as housemates, right? Now, moving on to the cultural realities, the first I will be looking forward to is the language of communication. Guys, one thing I know for sure is that there will be a lot of, there's going to be a symphony of code mixing and code switching, yes. And I say so because let's start with the South African housemates. From what I experienced on Big Brother Mzansi, most of them feel more comfortable you know, communicating in their local dialect, right? So we're going to be seeing a lot of that. We're going to be seeing a lot of code mixing and code switching as well. Code switching, they're going to be switching from local dialects to the English language, or code mixing, they're going to be communicating whilst mixing English and their local dialect together. So it's going to be either one or both happening at the same time, or there's going to be a lot of, you know, fluency in communication with the English language. It's going to be very interesting because South Africans have this very unique accent, which I totally love. Like, ladies and gentlemen, ever since watching BB Mzansi, the way I pronounce brother now is very unique and different. Now, when I speak to my South African friends, I find myself pronouncing brother as brada. I love it. I love it. And this is not to say that our Nigerian housemates will not come with their own style of communication as well, right? So because with Big Brother Naija, there's always been a restriction to the use of other dialects that Nigeria has, and that's because Nigeria has so many languages, over 500 languages. From the Nigerian housemates, there's going to be a lot of expressions in English language and Pidgin. Yeah, there's going to be a lot. But one thing I am really hoping for is that the organizers, you know, are kind of strict with the way the housemates communicate. At least with Big Brother Naija, we've heard some of the rules, right? Especially when it comes to the rule of communication. Housemates are restricted to communicating with the English language or Pidgin only, and if by chance a housemate is caught or finds themselves communicating with their local dialect, they are to interpret to the meaning in English immediately. So I am hoping for something like that, right, when it comes to the language of communication. And this is also looking at the fact that, yeah, that is going to play a huge role in how free these housemates will be, right? Because if they cannot express themselves in a language that they are comfortable using, it might kind of restrict the fun, right, of the show. It might kind of also restrict interactions in the house, which I am really open, guys, to Biggie playing pranks on the housemates. Yes, I don't care. For me, it's all about the game, the entertainment, and many more things like that. But still, ladies and gentlemen, the crux of what I'm trying to explain or point out is that there's going to be a lot of code mixing, there's going to be a lot of code switching. For the South African housemates, there's going to be a lot of code mixing and switching from English to their local dialects, yes. And I hope that there will also be follow-up interpretations when they use their local dialects, because with BB Mzansi, most of the time it was really frustrating understanding what some of the housemates were saying, as some of them did not remember to, you know, interpret what they were saying in their local dialects into English. And the Big Brother of that time, of that show, that season, was not very diligent and, you know, focused on seeing it through, that the housemates really stuck to the rules. So I'm hoping that the Biggie of this BBTitans will get his act right, right? And same goes for the Nigerian housemates. There's also going to be a lot of code mixing and code switching, which is also going to encourage a lot of gossips around the housemates. And guys, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be really juicy. And you know what? One other thing that I noticed, you know, by watching Big Brother Mzansi and Big Brother Naija is that the South African housemates, they love gossips. Guys, they live for it. They live for it. Although we might have different, you know, personality types, we might have different individuals, you know, coming to showcase something entirely different. But let's keep our fingers crossed and see how that works out. Now, moving on straight up into the second cultural reality that I will be looking forward to from Big Brother Titans. Food. Yes, the food. And talking about the food, I am going to be looking forward to seeing it from two different angles. Number one, South Africans have their own delicacies. They even have those very cherished delicacies, right? And Nigerians as well have delicacies. Now, guys, the interesting part is Nigerians don't just have one particular delicacy, right? Forget about the whole thing about Nigerian jollof, Ghana jollof. Jollof rice is not like the #1 food in Nigeria, no. And that is because Nigeria is very diverse. Oh my God, the people are very diverse. There's a lot of tribes, there's a lot of cultures. Yes, I am from the south of Nigeria. I am specifically from Akwa Ibom State, and from Akwa Ibom State, we have a truckload of delicacies that we love, that we revere over in my place, right? And likewise, people that are Yoruba, people that are Igbo, people that are Hausa, people that are Fulanis, guys. So for South Africans, I'm not really sure how it works with South Africans, but I am sure that there are a lot of the delicacies that they cherish from their era, especially watching Big Brother and Mzansi. Guys, it was a beautiful display, beautiful preparations as well of their own delicacies. So I'm really looking forward to seeing which one is going to have the upper hand in Biggie's kitchen, because guys, trust me, when it comes to Biggie's mansion, food is always a trouble starter in the house. People that are very, very selective, people that are very, very picky with their foods. I mean, for Big Brother Mzansi, we had a vegetarian, right? We had a vegan. That's it. BU was a vegan. BU was very, very selective of what he ate. There were also housemates that did not like dairy products, guys. It was that insane, yes. And also for Big Brother Nigeria, we've seen over time housemates who claim that, oh, I don't eat meat, I don't eat fish, I don't eat this kind of soup, I don't eat this kind of food. Some of them say I don't eat bread. Guys, there's a lot. So talking about cultural realities, we're going to be seeing a lot of these, and guys, I cannot wait to see all of these things in full display. And of course, the sprinkle of drama that's going to come with the food. Moving on to the third cultural reality, guys. This one is the ideologies of these housemates, both South Africans and Nigerians. Now, starting with Nigerians, there are a lot of religious beliefs, right? Some people are traditionalists, some of them are Christians, some of them are Muslims, and many religious practices like that actually do exist. Now, with South Africans, I know also that there are Christians. I also know that there are traditionalists, as we saw in full display from the winner of the season of Big Brother and Mzansi. That's Mpua Badimo. Mpua Badimo was a traditionalist called a Sangoma. Yes, guys, it was a full-blown experience for me. I learned a lot. Now, it was also interesting to learn that in South Africa, some people were of the opinion that Sangomas were actually witches, that Sangomas were actually negative people, negative energy. And it was also very interesting to also discover that in that same South Africa, there were also people that believed that Sangomas were not that bad, that they were not evil, that instead they were enlightened people who were enlightened in the ways and the cultural and traditional practices of South Africans, guys. And it was very, very rich knowledge for me, to be very honest. And I was really glad that I was able to witness how Mpua Badimo practice her beliefs. So talking about Big Brother Titans, this is another thing I'm going to be looking forward to. I want to see how the selection of the housemates will go. I want to see if the organizers are going to be daring enough to also select traditionalists from the Nigerian housemates, not just the South African housemates, guys. It's going to be very, very interesting. On to the fourth cultural reality that I will be looking forward to, guys, of course, the music and the dance. I mean, this video would not be complete without me talking about the music and the dance. And guys, I don't even have to say too much about this one because, hey, we've been watching Big Brother Nigeria for the past 7 seasons, and we've seen how these housemates party. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an entirely different cultural experience watching these housemates party on Saturdays or even during their pool parties. Now, I have also had the chance to, experience this South African housemates as well, when they party on Saturdays, right? And it's also been a full-blown experience for me, guys. It's been very, very interesting to see that they have their own way of appreciating their own kind of music. Guys, one thing I noticed was that with South Africans, when they go partying, or some South Africans, when they go partying, they have this very, very spiritual way of appreciating music. Yes, talking about the amapiano music, the deep house sounds. It's a very, very unique experience, guys. They don't just jump into dancing when they hear their favorite kind of music. No, they enjoy it. They experience it. Guys, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. They have their own way of dancing, right? And it's always beautiful to watch. With Nigerians, the same thing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how these two sets of people will merge and experience and appreciate both countries' kind of music and dance moves. And last but not the least, the sexual orientation is another very, very important cultural reality that I am looking forward to seeing on Big Brother Titans, guys. And the reason for that is beginning with Big Brother Nigeria housemates, right? Over time, I mean, we've watched 7 seasons of Big Brother Nigeria. Guys, I think aside Hermes, right? I don't think there's ever really been another housemate that has been bold enough to declare their sexual preference. Yeah. They probably talked about it in the house and we were not shown. Maybe Kayode chose not to show us that conversation, but we've not seen another housemate that has boldly declared it or boldly acted out on it, right, on the show. And we all know that the reason for that is because of the media laws here and the fact that Nigeria is a very, very conservative society. It doesn't mean that people do not prefer same genders over the opposite genders, right, guys? It's happening. People are living their dream life. People are doing whatever they want to do, yes, and it's fine. That is what they want, yes. And even for Hermes, guys, to be very honest, aside the fact that Hermes declared on the Level Up season that he's in a polyamorous relationship, and even whilst he was in the house, he was still chasing another person, Allison. Ladies and gentlemen, to be very honest, we do not know if that polyamorous relationship that Hermes prefers is geared towards the opposite gender, or if he also prefers the same gender, right? I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying. But on the flip side, with South Africans, using BB Mzansi as an example, the people are not ashamed to declare where their preferences lie. With BB Mzansi, we had different housemates who openly declared their sexual preferences right from the day of the launch show. Even in their intro video, they were not ashamed. Ladies and gentlemen, they openly declared it, and that's because their country allows it. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, their country allows it. That's why they were not ashamed or even scared of declaring their sexual preferences. And so now, we're going to have a situation where it's going to be these two countries' peoples merged into one confined space. That is if the organizers are not going to want to toe the line of the Level Up season structure, you know, where they had 2 different houses or levels, right? But I am hoping that they have just 1 level anyways, yes. So we're going to be having South Africans and Nigerians as housemates in one confined space. So say for instance, amongst the Nigerian housemates, we have people who are bi, or people who are not straight, or people who prefer the same gender. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think they're going to be bold enough to want to go for what they want? Do you think they're going to be bold enough to want to make advances, you know, to their crush interest in the house? I'm looking forward to seeing that kind of dynamics, that kind of relationship dynamics playing out on Big Brother Titans. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I want to see how especially the Nigerian housemates are going to conduct themselves when they are not on home grounds. Yes, I heard the show is going to be, or the housemates rather, will be housed in South Africa. Yes, so I want to really see how the Nigerian housemates especially are going to explore and express themselves. Especially, I don't really have issues with the South African housemates because I know that already they are very, very free people. They are free-spirited, you know, they are already living their dream lives. They're already doing what they want. But I really want to see, you know, how the Nigerian housemates are going to conduct themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to stop talking. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your own opinion. I want to know your own cultural realities that you'll be looking forward to seeing on Big Brother Titans. So please go ahead and share with all of us in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Thank you all so much for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.